Someone asked if I can make a tropical build. I did! Here's an attempt to teach you how tropical design works. First things first, we need to make the requirements realistic. Tropical country, big extended family, parking for a motorcycle and a car, and cows in a backyard. We have teenagers, grandma, and a baby on the way. We need to start with these requirements so we'll know how big the house will be. Next up, the location. I chose this for the size and the agricultural vibes. And the cows have chosen me, honestly. I used the wall placement grids as the main grids for the house, so the design will be easier. This will help us analyze the site better. On this challenge, we will start the design with the floor plan instead of the perspective. The main reason is because the plan analysis is more important than the looks. Here's the initial analysis for the site. First, you need to locate where the true north is and the road. The true north will tell you where the sun will rise, the hottest time of the day, and the cold and storm winds. Oopsie! I assume you know how to do site analysis. Well, here's a beginner's guide that's specific for tropical design. Number 1. Know the true north. Knowing the true north will help you map out the coldest and the hottest part of the house. Start on a top-down view, like this. Road at the bottom, and change the time of the game. You can use this lighting preview. Put it around 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. This is the 8 a.m. and this is the 4 p.m. We can now safely assume that the left side is the north, the top is the east, the right is the south, and the bottom is the west. Because the sun rises from this side and the sun sets from this side. The hottest time is at 3 p.m., so keep that in mind whenever you design. The north is mostly shaded and the south gets a lot of sun. But on this shadowy thing, there's less shadow around the north because the sun pattern is curved like this. Let's talk about the wind. North brings dry and cold winds. Wind from the east are cold trade winds. The south brings moist and warm air. And the west steers most of the weather patterns and storms. This may differ from different tropical climates, so we'll just use that as our main guide. The site analysis and design phase are simultaneously made to make the correct solutions for different site problems. That's why this drawing time lapse looks like someone with an ADHD did it. Quick note on students making schematic practices like this. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to simply analyze, make solutions, and finish the design. If the plan is not perfect when you initially drafted it, don't beat yourself up. If you found out that something looks off, you can rectify it next time. This is also a reminder for me to end perfection paralysis. I'm telling this because when I came back to this project, I wanted to change and rectify a lot of things. And guess what? I didn't. So I hope you won't get frustrated with yourself when you can't get it right the first time. That's it. Enjoy. Going back to the drawing, the exterior doesn't look like traditional tropical houses. I simply like the idea of corridors and repetition of arches, so this became the initial exterior drawing that I did. Now that I have finished the initial draft, it's time to build it. This time, the grids from the initial plan helped with the dimensions of the wall, so I easily laid them down. I also took the time to clean up the ground surrounding the house so I can easily visualize the general shape of the house. While laying down the interior walls, I also adjusted some wall dimensions to better accommodate the spaces that I wanted for this house. In architectural design, there's what we call massing studies. This phase allows us to see the general shape of the design, which means that the wall and roofing elements may change in the future. Later in this video, you will see that the roof selection will be changed to a steeper one. I wanted to clear up that this is not exactly a tutorial, but a way to teach basic tropical design to people. I won't be diving much into the interior design of the build because most of the important design elements were already implemented in the planning and schematic phase, and also the exterior elements. While working on the arches, I figured that the arches from the initial sketch were too big, so we pivoted and adjusted the design. And guess what? This also happens in real life. But do you know what doesn't happen in real life? Bugs. I have encountered just too many bugs on this process, and so if you wanted to add arches and other stuff, get ready for the bugs. On this part, I have decided to use the same doors and windows for the office since I'm planning to include a lanai with a small exterior home gym. I also want to note that a U-type stairs like this is only for the strong people who can handle multiple bugs. Don't tell me that I didn't warn you. Here's a high window for the toilet and bath, and the walk-in closet. Remember that hot air rises. This allows the hot air to vent out of this area. As you can see, there are windows everywhere. The placement of these windows are intentional, and here's the reason why. Looking at the plan, the shape is some sort of a rotated U. In theory, this space will catch the cold air from the north and will pass through the windows of opposite direction, therefore cooling down the whole house. Regarding the balconies upstairs, I used the window as the glass railing. I also adjusted the number of arches based on the maximum length allowed by the game. This specific brown color became the main accent color for the whole build. You will see it almost everywhere. Right here, I made a functional kitchen island by adjusting the height of the counter using the Advanced Transform tool. Back to the topic of windows, another function is to allow natural light to come inside the house. It will help lessen the lighting costs and will also help sanitize the kitchen and the toilet areas upstairs. On this part, I decided to change the roof into something steeper. Because of the rain season in tropical countries, the roof slope recommendation is at 30 degrees, so the water can easily drain from the roof. I am reminded of old houses on stilts, so I included these columns. They add to the character and the visual repetition of the design. On this part, I decided to do more groundwork and landscaping. But don't worry, no cows were harmed in the making of this video. When I was planning the landscape, I thought of the grandma and my childhood. I know a lot of old people who used to farm, so other than the pots with pretty flowers, I also included a gardening area, a mango tree, and some coconut trees at the back. We used to have these trees when we were still children, and we shared the fruits to our neighbors. So I think it was such a nice touch, and to also just remember and reminisce our childhood. This gardening area is also at the left side of the lot, where the north is. Since this area is shaded most of the time, delicate plants can be planted here. I hope there's a gardening option where we can grow our food and even an option to take care of chickens. Maybe in the far future of Paralives, we can make our dreams come true. Right here, I'm setting up the future parking area. Garage or enclosed car parks are not really the meta in the tropical countries, especially on the countryside. So I'm making a temporary setup. This is now a live site analysis for this. So from the ground floor, Grandma's bedroom is placed on the west side of the house. That's why we have this screen thingy that was removed. When did this happen? Okay, should be like that. So it's like a screen thingy just so it's not going to be too hot on that area. Next, we have her own toilet and bath, and from the entry point there's a powder room, and then this is the office. This is like a living area of some sort where they can just relax. There's a full sun here. Very bright area during the day. This space, it allows the house to catch the northern wind from this side up to here. So when it catches it, the wind would just transfer from here towards there. So there's an interchange of winds, which means that the air inside the house is being renewed constantly if the windows are open. And then next, this is the east, remember? So we have the kitchen and the dining. The dining is on the northeast part, and the kitchen is on the southeast part. So the kitchen will have plenty of light throughout the day. It will be sanitized by the morning light and the heat. And the dining will mostly be shaded throughout the noon. Oh, and The stairs are placed here because this is just a transitional place. No one really stares at the stairs. No one really stays at the stairs. Okay, next. This is a place where they hang their clothes because it's near the laundry. It's just really nice. It's a nice touch. Second floor. This balcony is going to be hot, but the purpose of this balcony is so that you can easily see the visitors. And you would ask, why is the master bedroom on this side? Well, as you can see, the toilet and bath and the walk-in closet, which is more like a storage, is placed on the west side because most of the time this is a transition place. People don't really stay here much. And the toilet and bath will be sanitized when the heat comes from the 3 p.m. sun. The main bedroom of the master bedroom is well shaded, actually. Then here's also hallway, and in this area it also catches the wind, so it just passes through like that, shring, and then swing. And then this is the family area. So I guess I use some sort of a traditional-ish Filipino kind of family because sometimes they would gather here together, worship together. Maybe something like that. Maybe they're a little bit more religious. There are 2 bedrooms here at the back. This one at the right side, there's a lot of light coming from the east and the south. And there are your windows so that the air would just pass through. The same here. For now, we designed it like this. It's like a nursery or baby area. It would have been better if the master bedroom is directly connected here. But we're thinking about 20, 30 years from now, wherein they would have their own rooms. And probably grandma is gone and someone else will take her room. I don't know, something like that, because they have 3 children, and then they have a shared toilet and bath here. I want to show how fun this room is. It's the funniest room. This is my favorite room in the whole house. This room is also cute and funny because the parents are funny. Too many memes. And then the parents' rooms, they just have pictures of their kids together very anonymously. Now let's go to the roof, because the roof will really help us understand how this works. So in tropical climates, usually there are only 2 seasons, the rainy and the sunny season. So we made the roof very steep. This should have been steeper, like 30 degrees. But maybe we'll adjust it in the future. It would have been nice if there's a catch basin here somewhere to catch all the raindrops and to water the plants. And then on this side, because it's the north, most of the plants that are quite sensitive can really just be here. Mostly it's passive lighting and cooling of the house that they don't need much air conditioning. For warm, humid climates, a steep roof creates a large attic space that traps rising heat. This will make the ground and second floor colder than houses with flat roofs and houses with small space from the ceiling to the roof. Here's our design. Hi, it's Classify. I'm so grateful to everyone who's been supporting this small project of mine. I love sharing what I've learned, especially if it adds value to the people listening. I'll be working on a smaller build next time because this takes a lot of time to make and edit. please let me know if you have more suggestions for future videos. Like and subscribe for the cows!